Mukrovinko said, "Hello." That old wise man said, "Hello to you." That old wise man asked, "Why did you add me though?" Mukrovinko replied, "'Cause I thought I could learn from you." That old wise man said, "I see." Mukrovinko, "Yes." That old wise man asked, "Whatever makes you think I know anything worth learning?" Mukrovinko said, "Because the words you spoke before were true." That old wise man asked, "What did I ever speak?" Mukrovinko said, "You spoke about love." That old wise man asked, "And you believe I spoke the truth of it?" Mukrovinko said, "Yes." That old wise man asked, "And what is the truth of love?" Mukrovinko said, "That it is about giving kindness, and selflessness, and stuff like that." That old wise man said, "The other day I spoke the same thing, but the person I spoke it to called me false." Mukrovinko asked, "Why did he call you false?" That old wise man explained, "Because he did not believe in what I spoke about love. He therefore was offended." Mukrovinko asked, "What did he believe about love?" That old wise man said, "That love is only a strong and emotional feeling and that it is impossible to love without that feeling." "How come you do not believe that as well? Or maybe you do?" Mukrovinko said, "I do not have an answer to that." That old wise man said, "You do not have an answer because you believe it is both this strong feeling as well as what I spoke before, yes?" Mukrovinko said, "I suppose so, yes." That old wise man said, "Then let me help you understand. Let us make up a character for an example. His name is Bob." Mukrovinko said, "Okay." That old wise man said, "Bob is not honest with his girlfriend. Now the question is it possible that Bob can still have feelings for her if he is not honest? Or a person is not capable of having these feelings while not being honest?" Mukrovinko said, "I don't think he can have feelings for her if he is not honest." That old wise man asked, "I mean to say, if he lies about money, and perhaps is not honest about his family, perhaps also, he is not honest with the things he owns. Do you still say he cannot have feelings for her?" Mukrovinko asked, "Are we talking about love as the feeling?" That old wise man affirmed this, "We are speaking in the impression that love is a feeling, yes, meaning that how we feel is either love or not love." Mukrovinko stated, "Then no, he doesn't not have feelings for her." That old wise man said, "This is incorrect, as I know a person I was with was not very honest. But that never stopped her from having these emotional strong feelings for me that she called love. Therefore I say to you, Mr. Mukrovinko, you say what you said out of lack of experience. I also know through observation of other relationships and peoples. Meaning I have experience in my answers, that a person may have feelings for someone, but also not be very honest." Mukrovinko said, "I see." That old wise man asked, "Is it true that a person who is not very kind can have feelings for someone? Or it isn't possible?" Mukrovinko replied, "I suppose they could have feelings for someone, yes." That old wise man asked, "And what do you think? When people are married for years, but they divorce later on, did they ever have these feelings?" Mukrovinko replied, "At one point yes." That old wise man asked, "So it is true that feelings do not make a person honest?" Mukrovinko admitted, "Yes." That old wise man asked, "And if he is not honest, it is because he chooses not to be?" Mukrovinko affirmed this. That old wise man asked, "Therefore if he wanted to be honest with her, he would be by choosing to be?" Mukrovinko agreed. That old wise man asked, "And that is the same of being kind or not kind, and forgiveness?" Mukrovinko said, "Indeed." That old wise man asked, "And that of loyalty or not loyal?" Mukrovinko replied, "Yes." That old wise man asked, "And that of commitment or not of commitment?" "It is the same as above?" "A choice?" Mukrovinko replied, "Of course." That old wise man asked, "And speaking of all of these things, it is still a choice if a person has feelings for someone or does not? These things are a choice still regardless?" Mukrovinko said, "I don't think you can choose to have feelings for someone." That old wise man said, "I mean to say, that honesty, kindness, loyalty, commitment, these are all still choices whether he already has feelings or does not have them. Mukrovinka replied, yes. That old wise man asked, and without these kindnesses, it is not love? But just something that we feel for ourselves? Mukrovinka replied, I think so, yes. That old wise man asked, then we know that true love is how we are with a person, and how we treat them. Because we know without these things stated, the feelings alone are not love. Is this correct? Mukrovinka replied, yes. That old wise man asked, would you say love is conditional? Or unconditional? Mukrovinka said, it is unconditional. That old wise man asked, and you earlier said we do not choose to have feelings for someone, do you affirm this? Mukrovinka replied, yes. That old wise man asked, and that we surely do not have this feeling for just everyone, but only for a special someone? Mukrovinka said, yes. That old wise man asked, and because they are special to us we have these feelings? Mukrovinka said, yes. That old wise man explained, therefore this is conditional, because the person must be of something special to us, or we, at least like something about them, therefore, giving a person a reason to have such feelings arise in them for that person. Therefore there is indeed a condition, because we must first think they are special to us, this is a condition for feelings to arise, correct? Mukrovinka said, I suppose. That old wise man said, therefore if love is unconditional, we do not necessarily need those feelings, as long as we treat them well, with kindness, loyalty, honesty, goodwill, selflessness, commitment and so on, and the like. Do you follow? Mukrovinka said, ah, yes, I do. That old wise man asked, and you agree, or you do not agree on this idea of love being the true love? Mukrovinka replied, I agree. That old wise man asked, so you understand true love now? Mukrovinka replied, I do feel like I understand. That old wise man asked, and your ideal understanding of love before, is now different than before, or it is still the same? Mukrovinka said, I have a new understanding. Yes.